Hello, hello. Welcome to Anime Anonymous. I am CJ.
And I am Ace.
And I am Jess.
And this week we are feeding your addiction with Jess's movie recommendation of Blue Thermal. I'm currently looking at the characters. When did this come out?
This year.
It came out this year?
Yes. Early this year.
Okay, early this year. It was, a little over like an hour and 40?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like 42, something like that. It was pretty enjoyable for me, but before we get into that, and then we'll get Ace and Jess's quick opinions on it, if you guys ever want to let us know your thoughts, recommendations, anything like that, hit us up on Twitter, Instagram.
Audience.
There you go. And then
TikTok.
there we go. So you see which people are running which things.
Hey, it's been a long weekend. I'm still recovering, guys.
Yeah. See, we're recovering for different things. I was doing a lot of work yesterday. Different
Friday,
type of work.
Yeah, so literally Friday was the work event party.
Yeah.
So that
Christmas
literally
party.
Yeah, so that literally was from 4 to like 2 in the morning. And then Saturday was pretty much family day for me. So that started about 8 a.m. and then ended around 9. But I got a lot of stuff done. I learned how to wire. I learned some beginner plumbing. So it was a very productive Saturday. And then Sunday, I pretty much was building and moving furniture and doing like grocery runs and bills getting paid. So I enjoyed my weekend. But it was busy and it was packed and I'm just tired.
Yeah. But yeah, if you guys have anything for us, hit us up on any of those. Jess has been doing really, really well with the TikTok, so I know some people have been liking that. So.
Shout out to Jess. Yes.
So now jumping in, Blue Thermal. What are y'all's quick opinions on it? I already said mine. Yeah, all right.
I enjoyed it. I liked it a lot. It had a very good story, in my opinion. So
Agree. Ace?
So yeah, I really liked it. The art was very well done. The graphics, the story, the music fit every scene, I think, very perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
You definitely fall in love with the characters. No one really felt like they should have been removed or out of place. Everyone that was supporting characters played their roles amazing. And I thoroughly enjoyed it. Didn't feel too long. It didn't feel too short. I think it was like definitely a perfect range when it came to the length of time. And I think it was perfect for a 2022 Netflix film.
All right, well, no, this wasn't on Netflix. No.
Okay. But for a 2022 film...
Usually a lot of these anime ones are on Netflix.
Right.
So it makes sense.
So I use all types of streaming platforms to get these anime reviews done, so I apologize for that. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I have maybe 2...
You can
actually
jump into
maybe 3 favorite characters, actually.
Really?
3?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think it was 3
Well,
characters
jump into
that I
it.
thoroughly enjoyed.
Who are your 3?
So, obviously, Subaru, the main character. She was enjoyable, loved her energy. She was an actor. Like, I think every emotion that she went through was believable, and it sounded really good. And I just enjoyed watching her, be the main character. The next one was the 4th year senior.
Kuramochi?
Kuramochi. He was tough. Like he was like the biggest flex, but like so humble and so like willing to teach and willing to like help the school and be that leader that everyone needed, and to allow the program to continue. Because they were at school. This was a college aviation program, and they needed funding, so they needed pilots that were going to be either as good or better than the 4th year, who was maybe one of the youngest pilots to teach or something like that.
It's very rare that a student is an instructor as well. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So that goes to show he was definitely A1, and he actually made the experience for Subaru to actually enjoy being a pilot and staying in the club and actually being almost the best. And then that goes to my third character. I really enjoyed Hattori. I love their competitiveness.
Hattori was funny.
Yeah, their banter, and then the fact that he would stand up for, even though he's on opposing sides. He was pretty much a friend in their competitive manner as well. Mm-hmm. And then it actually made Subaru's older sister reflect on herself. This girl is killing it in my favorite hobby, which was aviation, and she's making friends with the competition in her own group, and she's literally winning, doing work. And then when they flown together, I was like, they just tied this together so well. Mm-hmm. I was like,
yeah. There's well, you know what? I'll go last. Go ahead, Ben.
Since we're talking about favorite characters, I did like the first two of yours, but the chick, Murray or
Roy or whatever, the pink one.
She was always in a pink.
Yeah.
Oh, she was just comic relief
she
for
was
me.
Funny. She was good.
She would come up to Tosaru and be like, "Okay, do you like the guy? Do you not like the guy? You gotta pick." And Tosaru's like, "I don't know." This chick is great. This chick is great.
Yeah, she was like, that scene that you're talking about, she was like, we're going to lunch. We need to talk about this. She was like, I just ate udon. You can eat more. Okay.
Yeah, I loved it. And I really thought she put some red clothing, it was a laundry malfunction. And that's why her outfit was pink instead of white.
Yes.
But she was like, "No, I just like it like that.
Yeah.
I bought it like this."
Yeah. Well, talking about her freaking jumpsuit, and then I'll say my favorites. The girl, Maki, just straight up just grabs her butt because it's too tight. Yes. She's like, the thing that makes overalls is the slack. Right. She's like, these are too small.
Man, when I first saw that happen, I'm like, this is not happening.
Yeah, Maki almost smacked her.
Right, and she blocked it. I was like, well, that was a nice block.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was comical. It was entertaining for sure.
Yeah.
No, I forgot all about it until you literally said it. And I wanted to talk about that.
No, that part cracked me up. Favorite character, obviously, Tamaki or Tsuru, the main character. I'd probably have to say I liked Srirachi.
Okay. The potential boyfriend.
Yeah, the one that he was funny and he wasn't kind of cringy like they can sometimes be. He obviously started out as the jealous friend, right? And he was being really rude to her, kind of, and antagonistical.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, but he changed immediately, basically. When he saw that she was he recognized it after he said don't be cutting the line, right. When she wanted to fly again, because he was jealous because he had never even flown with Kuromochi.
And then it's the second year.
Exactly. And he was just right when she left, he was like, damn, I shouldn't have said that. And then he saw her, going through it with the whole screwdriver thing.
Yeah.
And he came and apologized, made sure she was good. Their relationship was really good. I liked it. Mm-hmm. And it makes sense. I could see it being very realistic, right? Because it was forced on,
mm-hmm.
and then
literally forced on.
Yeah, and her, he would lift her up and stuff, and then he does start liking her,
right?
And you see it, you're like, oh well,
he was ready to put hands on Kuromochi.
Yeah, he was. And Kuromochi's like, wait, you actually like her, and Kuromochi was just like the one scene where they're walking back from I think the hill or whatever. Yeah. Kuromochi was like, okay, good, good on you, and he kind of basically backs off, right?
Yeah,
because he's the one that told them to date anyway. Yeah, right? As a joke, but he's like, oh wait, you actually do like her, and even though he liked her, he's like, okay, that makes more sense that they get together. So I really like Sriracha, especially like the end. He's logical, right? Like he was like, if anybody is gonna win this for us, it's Suru. And the best chance she has is if I go first.
Right.
Then she goes. And then if we need anything, I can go again.
Right.
So I really like that, which that scene was really hilarious. Like the way they drew her was so funny. 'Cause she was like, her face was all washed out. Oh, yeah, and red.
Pink, yeah.
She was like, it's really noticeable. She was like, it's okay. I cried a little bit and I slept real good. That's what she said. That's what she said. A little bit. She was like, I cried a little. But then I slept real good.
Yeah, that was very well drawn. I was like, no, you're tired, shorty. You need to definitely rest.
She was done. And at first you think he's like, because he said he's going to fly twice. Like, you're thinking, oh, he's pushing her off because he doesn't think she can handle it. And he's like, no.
She needs to rest.
She's doing it. Like, you're getting kicked off. She's not.
Right. Like, he was a good team player.
Yeah,
that was a big pill to swallow.
Yeah. Yeah, he was. Like, he was getting jealous that she was getting time, right? And then he swallows that, supports her every way he can, and yeah, like he was good. So I'd probably have to say them two. Like Kurimochi, like he was all right. I wasn't a huge fan of the whole running away kind of thing. One, I wasn't a huge fan of like him just dipping to Germany without telling. Like that was kind of dumb in my opinion. And then I get why he did it with what happened in Germany. But
so like, explain that, because I thought at first I'm like, did he really crash, or did he quit because of?
No, he purposely crashed. They thought he was dead.
Oh, so he was trying to.
He was trying to fade away. Like he was done. Like he was just like
because his mom, or was it his mom?
Yeah, his mom passed.
His mom passed away while I was in Germany.
Yeah, so he was stressed, right? He was just like, I can't deal with doing this stuff. I can't deal with what happened with my mom. He was just like, I'm done. So he used that as his escape, right? And then her going over there is basically like, he's like, wait, that's not a good flight plan. And then he runs to that. And then, that ends really well. Like, he and her get together, which, again, you saw that he did like her. So it's not like it was random.
Yeah. With the proposal. Like, it sounds like you're
nothing
proposing
in this.
to me.
Yeah, nothing in this I don't think really was random. Like they did really well. Music, like Ace said, was good. But sound design, period, in this was really good. We've all been in planes. So like when there's an updraft, that rocking kind of sound. When I was in Oklahoma, I met this guy. He was really, really cool. Old guy named Jerry. Rich used to build little twin engine Cessnas just for fun, right? Like
for fun?
Yeah, okay. He didn't need the money. Like he would sell them, but like he didn't need the money. And my mom had told him that I was interested in flying, so he had brought me up. I think I've told you this, but like one of the things he did is those twin engines, they don't have much power. So you told me that. Okay. Yeah. He brought us like straight up and killed the engine, right? So we effectively turned into a glider. So he caught some of those updrafts, and it does shake it like that, and it makes noise very similar to that. So it was really, really cool. But unlike these gliders that are made to land like that, planes are not. So he, turned the engine back on. But no, I like the sound of the wind, the sound of when the updrafts, everything was really well done. I really liked the art. It was kind of like that cutesy style, but not being super over the top kind of cute, for lack of a better term. And I think, as all of us have kind of said, like the writing in this was really good too. Like the story, there's multiple stories that kind of get tied off in knots well. Like when you were talking about she went up with her sister. That is a whole story that's
in itself.
That's in and like introduced and ended in what, like half an hour? And it didn't feel rushed. You're like, oh, this is why she has animosity towards her. And then the reconciliation doesn't feel rushed. Like
right.
It makes sense. So yeah, no, I was pleasantly surprised with this because if this wasn't a recommendation, I probably wouldn't have.
Yeah, likewise.
This is one I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna watch it. So good job.
Yeah, you've
good
been
job,
killing
Jess.
it on the recommendation.
I don't know. The first one I made was not a good one, but yeah, this one I was like, I don't know if the boys are gonna like this because the synopsis was like a lovey-dovey kind of thing. But I was like, oh, there's an airplane, you know. CJ likes airplane. There might be some kind
My
of
God,
action.
she's got me.
I was like, this might hook, and then I'm watching it, and I'm like, okay, the boys might like this.
Well, she like undersold it to me too, because like she watched it, and I was like, oh, so did you watch? She was like, yeah. She was like, it's kind of like a good story. I'm like, well, shit, that's it. It's like, damn, I'm gonna hate it. Like sell it to me. See, like she knows after being married to me for, Lord bless you, but like she knows how to get me to do something. Like I have. And this is a hot take, I know. But, like, as anybody who knows me knows, I usually stay away from everything, like, the popular opinion says it's good. Okay. Like, I guess that's hipster-esque of me. But I'm just, like, if everybody's talking about it, I don't want to. Because, like, that's what everybody's doing.
Okay.
I had never seen the Pitch Perfect movies because of that reason. Because everyone was talking about them. You know what she did? She was like, your girl's in it. Anna Kendrick, all that shit. I'm watching it right now. And then I was like, oh, that was a good movie. She was like, well, in 2, your other girl's in it. I was like, who? Haley Steinfeld? She was like, yes. I was like, oh, put it on.
And then I got him to watch 3.
Hey, well done. Hey, that's kudos to you, because I'm up there, still ain't finished Pitch Perfect.
Well, that's why when she was like, yeah, it's good, because I'm like, well, damn. Like, if that's all she's got to give me, like, I'm not going to like this. And so I think that made me enjoy it more almost because I went in with so low expectations. And I was like, what is she talking about? This is great.
Right.
Animation's great. The sound design's great. I'm like, huh?
Every character was literally believable.
Yes.
Well written. Their script was very well written. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah. The reactions
were hilarious.
Were so un-anime to
right.
me. Like, they weren't over the top. Like, this felt so real.
Yeah.
Like, when they found out about Kuromochi, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, the reactions of all of them. She didn't come out and yell at everybody. She grabbed the head guy, brought him over. Like, I was like, that makes so much sense. Like,
Even when they found out that Yano was Sudoru's sister.
Yeah.
That whole... They're like,
yeah.
Wait, her? That's her sister? And
yeah.
Because they're complete opposites.
Half sister.
Yeah, half sister,
yeah,
but...
Same father.
Yeah.
But yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean...
Was there any character that you guys didn't like?
No. At first, I didn't like Asahina.
Yeah, I was going to say,
at first, I didn't, because it sounded like he was pushing him. He was pushing Kuromochi to do stuff. But here's the thing. I mean, he's not wrong. He's indebted to him. Like, so he was like, okay, you want this millions of dollars? Like, I need you to do this. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't even like he was asking him to do anything crazy. Like, he was already just asking him to do what he already loved.
Yeah,
but
just
he was
compete at the higher level.
Yeah, and he was like, if you want to not compete under my name, then find me a replacement.
Oh, yeah, true.
And, I mean, that's fine. Like, yeah. Like, that makes sense because he's funding the whole team, not just that
whole program.
Yeah, he's funding the whole program. So it's like yeah, he made a lot of sense as well. And then the way he purposely became the quote unquote bad guy, and he calls Kuro, and Kuro's like, "What the heck?" And he's like, "I understand." He's like, "But they need somebody to dislike."
Right.
I will take that.
Yeah, to use as motivation to continue to compete.
So that's why once he did that, I'm like, he's a businessman.
Yeah.
This is a transaction. Like, he's like, you owe me this. That's why you need to do this. But then he's like, obviously they're down in the dumps because he's gone. I need to fire them up.
Right.
I don't care if I'm the bad guy. Like, so I respect him.
Yeah, he was a very well written antagonist. If you guys want to call it.
Yeah.
Because it was temporary. It wasn't the whole story. So,
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Is there anything that we can share that doesn't spoil or that we haven't already spoiled?
I mean, anybody who's been listening this long knows that we spoil. I mean, we don't spoil the whole thing, but usually we do talk about endings because endings are paramount, right? Like, I think this is just a really good watch.
Yeah.
I
can agree.
It's just a good, I don't know, like, it was enjoyable to watch.
Even at the beginning. I mean, the first scene when she's going off to college, her mom's like, you had to go to Tokyo? Like, you have to?
Yeah, nagging, and then right after, she's like, but you're only going to school right now, because she's like, I don't want you thinking about leaving me for, like, the long time, and she's like, Mom, I understand. Like,
and then she runs into the freaking side.
That was funny.
Yeah, which was hilarious.
Yeah. And then I love how, like... She gets to school. She's like, I'm at the school of my dreams. I can find romance like in the movies. Mm-hmm. I'm like, this is really on your mind right now. Yeah. This is really on your mind. And then when she, has the little accident, and she calls her mom for the money.
Yeah, she was like, already calling for money? She's like, no, it's not about that. Oh, what is it? Well, it is about that.
And she's like, you can get a job. And then she just hangs up on her mom.
She hangs up on her mom.
Which was so realistic,
She's like, I'm sending you to school. I'm already not making ends meet. She says, all right.
Never mind.
Which, growing up in an island house, I would never do that. My dad would show up and beat the snot out of me. He said, well, you did what to your mom? Yeah, but no, like, it was such a realistic... anime movie. Like, it wasn't super amazing. Like, it didn't do anything like game changing, but what it did do, it did it well. Mm-hmm. And like, we've actually talked on basically the whole thing, but even then, like, there's a lot of nuance in this almost. Yeah. Like, there's a lot that there's not much being spoken, but you're watching it and it's, for lack of a better word, just happening, right?
Yeah.
Like, this is one of those movies where, it's pretty simple. Like, if you think about another one that we did, Redline. Okay. Super, super simple movie. It went out to do what it wanted to do, and that was being over the top, crazy race. Right. But at the essence, it's a simple movie. Mm-hmm. This is kind of the same thing on the other side of the spectrum. Realism and like
very calm. Yeah, very calm, very like tranquil, peaceful. Yeah. Very mesmerizing in the sense of like seeing why she's falling in love with flying, why she's enjoying the clouds and the sky and the air. And then you come to find out that she has that secret skill, which the guy Hattori was using an actual device to find the blue stream. She's doing it like with the naked eye and by feeling it, like a true pilot, which was very cool to have like some type of ability and have a reason for her to be the main character and for Kuramochi to kind of toss the torch or pass the torch to her to end up being like the next big shot pilot. Yeah. So they tied this together very well. I didn't have any questions unanswered personally. But yeah, just like you said, there was a lot of short stories within the big part of the film, and you just engaged, like you're just enjoying it. I felt the emotion that they had when they thought that the crash was more devastating than it was. Yeah, I was definitely feeling for the team. They were like, it was very realistic. Yep. Like all the emotions, even the news, the way the information of the mom passing was presented, that was super realistic. And even the discussion of the one girl finding out that the crash happened. Yeah, that part. And then crying, running over to one of the team captains, pulling him aside, not saying it in front of the group. I'm like, everything was so well done.
Yep.
That you just, if you like any type of movie, I don't even think it has to be really animated for this. If you're a movie watcher and you just like a great story, this is one definitely to check out. A must watch. Especially for 2022 is the last one. That's not a Christmas movie. Yeah.
Yeah. No. I think it was really, really good. Like, yeah, there's just little moments where they call back, to the beginning of the movie and show, her growth, etc. That I kind of don't want to talk about because I want you to see those moments, but like. The growth in this doesn't seem crazy fast. It seems organic.
Yes.
The relationships seem organic. Like all of the different plot points are just well done. And like I said, I was pleasantly surprised because I was definitely not expecting it. Especially from the synopsis, because Jess had read the synopsis before, and I'm like, well, that just sounds like a weird jump between two things, and I was like, oh, well, the way they did it makes sense. So, but yeah, so, I mean, unless anybody has, like, anything else?
I mean, we can do ratings.
Yeah, we can jump into ratings.
Mm-hmm. So, I think but before we do the ratings, the synopsis that I read was... And I only read a few sentences. She's a freshman, first year at Awanagi University. She's overzealous, which I was like, cool. She's going to be high energy. And then she played sports. And I was like, cool. Seems very realistic. I didn't even read the rest of it.
But, yeah, I thought the sports would be like more involved in the story, but it really wasn't. Like, they really just got into the whole story of her becoming a pilot. Like, not the tomboy that I was thinking. Like, I was thinking she was going to join the tennis club at first, and then she was going to get really good at that, and then she'd get a crush on somebody, and, but that's not how it was.
Yeah. And
the way I was reading it, it was not how it was.
And I came into it blind. I came into it very, like, open and didn't really have any preconceived notions of what to expect. And I think that's what made it a very great choice, great watch, and it will probably affect my rating because of that.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. No, well done, Jess. Shout out to Jess. She has been killing it, so... Yeah, I'm just definitely looking forward to the next one.
That was just a random find.
Well, we appreciate you.
Yeah, okay. So we want to jump into ratings.
Yes.
Yeah. Who wants to go first?
I can go first. Cool. I think I'm actually probably going to give this one a 10 for my personal. And the reason for that, it was just a beautiful movie. The artwork was great. Music was great. The story was great. I could really relate to every single character. I didn't dislike any really any characters. And then I just thoroughly enjoyed even the education part of the movie. Like,
yes,
I had no flying glider experience. And I was like, they're explaining it in a way that wasn't like, a side piece, how anime kind of does it, where they're like, well, this is how this works. No, they actually, like, explained it in a very good storytelling way, and I really like that. So, I'm going to give it a 10.
All right.
Okay. Ace?
So, I'm going to give it a 8.5. And I want to give it higher, but it was just very peaceful and very, like, just a great watch for me. I probably wouldn't rewatch it, but I thoroughly enjoyed the one time that I watched it for this review. So because I won't rewatch it, I can't really give it a 10. I think all my 10s would be like, no, I can watch this like every single time it plays. Like Redline, that's a 10. I can watch that every single day if I have to, and I would enjoy it every time. So I'm going to drop it down to an 8.5. Just like Jess said and CJ said, it was so many things to like, so many things that I enjoyed. All my questions were answered, and it was just a great watch overall. I do want to interject before CJ goes in. On the anime list, they actually rated it I'm going to round up and say a 6.8. So I'm just going to say it a 7. And I can see how it can be a solid 7. And that was out of about 1,400 users. I can see how people can give it a 7 out of 10. But I just think they did knock a good amount of stuff out the park to make it a very solid anime. Mm-hmm. So I would definitely give it an 8.5 for me at least.
Okay. I'm gonna give this one a 9. I think I think there's nothing effectively wrong with it. Like, I have no gripes, honestly. But it does kind of go back, kind of what Ace is saying. Like, my 10s are ones that I'd be down to watch at any given moment. And sometimes that could be, like, it's not even the quote-unquote best-made ones. Like, right. Like Angel Beats, is personal 10 for me. Like, I'm always down to watch that. But realistically, is it a true 10? Like, if I look at it factually, no. This is a really well done anime movie, but I don't know, it doesn't hit every spot for me, basically. Like, I like adventure, I like action. It doesn't have to be over the top action, but like some action in there. And this was just a really peaceful anyway, so this is one that, like, if I just want to chill, I'd throw this on, right? Like, or maybe if you even had like a stressful day, you're just like, man, I just need something to vibe with. Like, this movie, like, I could definitely watch it again, but I'm not, like Ace kind of said, like, I'm not like rushing to watch it again. But not because it's bad. It's just, I enjoyed this. This was a good watch. Done. Yeah. But yeah. So yeah. But no, I think it's a solid 9 personally, and I would recommend it to anyone, because I think anybody could kind of find something in it that they'd enjoy. So rounding it off, that is a 10 for Jess, 8.5 for Ace, and a 9 for me.
So that's pretty much a 9.
Now, did you think of a series that you wanted to do? Because if not, I do have one.
We'll go with yours. Because all the ones that I was finding were actually still airing. So I'm like, this is very difficult finding a completed recommendation that I really want everyone to enjoy that you haven't already seen. And that's another thing. Mm-hmm. Trying to choose something that CJ hasn't seen.
I'm happy you shouldn't do that. I'm happy you said CJ, because me, I haven't seen anything.
I know, but I want you to enjoy it as well. Right. But it's like, I wanted it for be the team, everyone on AA to watch it, just like Blue Thermal.
Yes.
Yeah, where we're kind of all going into it blind, and we all can have like a fresh, take on it.
Yeah. Now I do have one. Well, you know what? Jess has one as well. So okay. You can read yours. We're gonna do this live. You can read the synopsis of it.
Hold on, let me get it back. Let me get it back.
And then I'll read off mine, and then we'll see.
Oh, shoot.
It's all right. Hold on. Do you need me to pause?
No, I got it.
Look at you. Go ahead.
No takes.
The only reason why I'm recommending this, it's done by the same studio that did Blue Thermal.
Oh, really?
Okay. Yes. Mm-hmm. The English is Don't Toy With Me.
Don't Toy With Me, Nagatoro-san.
Yeah, that.
I read it, so that's why I know the name.
Okay. Yes. So,
came out last year, I think?
Yes.
So read the synopsis for him, because I know for sure he's not seen this.
Okay, I'm going to butcher these names,
and that's why I love our podcast, because I'm watching anime that I end up loving, but I would have never chosen it ever.
So, I'm just going to say their first names. Every day, Naoto is teased relentlessly by Hayase. Well, I don't know.
Hayase.
Yeah, Hayase. First-year student he meets one day in the library while working on his manga. After reading his story and seeing his awkward demeanor, she decides from that moment on to toy with him, even calling him senpai in lieu of using his real name. At first, Naoto relentlessly antics are more bothersome than anything and leave him feeling embarrassed as he is forced to cater to her whims. However, as they spend more time together, a strange sort of friendship develops between them. And Naoto finds that life with Hayase, whatever.
Hayase.
Yeah. Can even be fun. But one thing for sure, his days will never be dull again.
Okay. Giving me Drift Away vibes.
Well, it's definitely...
Oh, no. No, she's a bully.
Oh,
she bullies him.
Okay.
But she bullies him in a very positive way, for lack of a better word.
Like, to be better.
Yes,
basically. There's the art of it.
Yeah.
That does look enjoyable.
Yeah.
I think you watched what? You've watched it, right?
I watched some of it, but I had been reading it.
I may have seen maybe a couple episodes.
I was reading it before it became an anime, and I was like, "Oh snap! They animated this." And it is very enjoyable as a manga. So mine is more on the action side. It's called Drifters. It came out October 2016, and synopsis follows a group of people who are stuck in a world where they are forced to fight each other just to see what happens to them after death. But they also discover that they are pawns in a larger game being played by some unknown force. The main character that it follows, usually, because it does kind of flip, is Shimazu Toihisa, who believes he will be reunited with his sister on the other side if he wins the war. This manga-inspired anime is kind of up anybody's alley who likes action, adventure, drama.
Okay. So, CJ's going to be a little surprised on this one. I'm going to go with Jess's choice because I think I've seen Drifters. I thoroughly enjoy Drifters. That's a very easy one for me to choose. If you have a backup, I am open.
Well, no, I'll just put that for a later date then.
Okay, yeah, that works. But yeah, Drifters sounds very familiar. I know I enjoyed it. The combat in there was very enjoyable.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go with Jess's choice. I think it's going to be super funny.
On Crunchyroll, and apparently there is 2 seasons.
Yes, yeah, there's a second season.
There is a second season.
So that's definitely enticing as well. So I'm gonna go with Jess.
Which, speaking about that, we have to go back to some of them that we've done first season on, like 86.
They have a season 2 though, you know?
Yes, I told you that.
Oh
yeah, they 86. Promised Neverland.
Yes, yes.
Classroom of the Elite. But Jess
Classroom of the Elite, yes. We need to move that. We may need to move that one up on the list. If we can push this to 2023,
maybe
to
we'll
watch the first
start.
Season.
We'll start the new year with
Classroom of the Elite second season. All right,
we'll do that.
This is recorded, just so y'all know.
We will do
Classroom of the Elite season 2 coming in January 2023. I am here for it. Okay, so yeah, let's definitely do. Don't Toy With Me.
Don't Toy With Me is next, and then we'll do a movie, and then that should bring us into the new year.
I think so.
So then it would be Classroom Elite 2, but I'll look at the calendar just to double check.
Okay.
Yeah, there's 5 weeks in December.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So that means we get 5 checks.
3
anyway. 3 checks.
Anyway,
I meant 3 checks.
Take this offline.
If you are still listening to this, we are so thankful.
Yeah.
Well, I'll hopefully get 3 checks this month.
I was told by some of our listeners they liked the chaotic energy from the last episode. So it is what it is.
I'm trying to go into the new year strong, fellas.
Okay, New Year's bringing a new baby, so we don't know if Jess is actually going to be involved much.
Hey, we will pull up. At the hospital.
Jess will be involved. Okay,
with the baby.
I will get our
Put a
artists.
headset on.
No, I'll get our artists to do a whole nother art with a little baby in it.
That's gonna be lit. I'm here for it.
Oh God.
But yeah. So for those who have been listening to us, thank you again. Again, just quickly ending it with our scores: 8.5 for Ace, 9 for me, 10 for Jess. And then next week we will be doing Don't Toy With Me, Nagatoro-san. But until then, I'm CJ.
I'm Ace.
And I'm Jess.
And we will catch you next AA meeting.